I'm Dave Foord. In this screencast I'm going to show how we can format the different style options that are available within Microsoft Word. Now here I'm using Office 2003, and what we need to do is we need to bring up the styles and formatting box on the right hand side, and the way that you do that in 2003 is over on the left hand side of my toolbar. I've got this little icon. It's got two letter A's. If I hover over it, it says styles and formatting. If I click on that, it will bring up this box here. If I'm using either 2007 or 2010, then on your home ribbon, then you have your styles option here, which is nice and easy because it's visible. And then if you just click on the little down arrow, sort of the bottom right corner, it will then bring up a box that looks like this, which has then got the different styles in, and then all the options will work the same. So I'm just going to go back to Office 2003. Now the idea of styles here is I've got a title to my document here, and I've already applied the style of a title there. You can see it says title in the top left corner. I've then got sort of a main heading, a heading 1, and you can see here it's applied the style of heading 1, and then I've got a subheading which it's applied the style of a heading 2. Now what it's done is it's made my heading 2 italic, because that's the way that the styles are set up on this computer. Now I don't like italics, so I'm going to change that. I'm also going to make my title so it's a bit bolder and a bit bigger, because at the moment it's not that obvious and what have you. Anyway, if I come down here, I've got a long list of lots of different types of styles that I could apply, but it's a bit confusing, so I'm just going to go for formatting in use. That will then just show me the different types of formatting that I've got in my document. Now at the moment I'm just going to change that quickly to heading 1 and that one to heading 2. I want to format my title, for example. So here's my title formatting. Now it doesn't matter what is selected in your document. If I actually clicked on the word title, it would make whatever's selected into a title, which I don't want. What I want to do is click on the down arrow to the right and then modify. Now this is telling me how this title is formatted. At the moment it's Arial font, size 16, and it's bold. So if I wanted to make it bigger, I can just quickly increase the font size. If I wanted to change the colour of my titles, I could do. I can make them all blue, for example. At the moment it's centered, which is what I want, so I'm going to keep that as it is. So I'm going to go on OK, and I've just made all my titles blue for the purposes of this video. I'm now going to come in and I'm going to change my heading 1, modify, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And another option I have, if I go to the little format button down the bottom left, I've got more options. I'm just going to go to paragraph, and what I've got here, I've got a spacing option. At the moment it's automatically putting a spacing of 12 points above my heading. I'm just going to reduce that to 6 points, and then I'm going to have it so that the spacing after my heading is also 6 points. So what that means is when you put heading in, it automatically leaves a bit of white space above and below without me having to press an extra enter to create the same effect. So I'm going to put that into this thing here. So I click on OK. And you've got other options here. If you wanted to put borders around things, you can change the options there, and there's various other options, but we're going to keep it simple for this presentation. Now if I want these changes to apply every time I use this, every time I use Word on this computer, I can click on add to template, and it will actually add them to the template on this machine. Okay. For the moment I won't do that, but that's what you would often do. So I'll click on OK, and then quickly heading 2, I'm going to modify. I'm going to take off the italic, I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and again format, paragraph, I'm going to change it to 6, and then I'm going to make it 3 afterwards, just so it's a slightly different to the one above, and then OK. And we can see how it's changed the formatting. And if I went through my document and I kept applying the heading 1s and the heading 2s for my headings and my subheadings, it would have then apply the formatting that I've already chosen to all of those different headings. And if I wanted to come in later on and change the headings, so let's say I wanted to make all my heading 1s so that they're a bit bigger, for example, I could come in, and rather than having to go through the document and select all the heading 1s, I just have to come in here, click on modify, and I can change it once and it will follow through the document. So that's how we change the styles, the formatting of the styles within Word.